Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the latest 90-day Fiancé news update. Yesterday, Fiancé's iconic mother-son duo faced some major tension in the 90-day The Single Life premiere. In case you missed it, Kimberly Menzies is one of the 8 Yesterday Fiancé stars looking for love on Season 5 of The Single Life. During the first episode of the season, Kimberly was on the prowl for a new relationship after she split from Usman Umar with the help of some friends and her son Jamal, another 90-day favorite. Amidst her first stab at dating, Kimberly made a massive confession about her family. According to Kimberly, Jamal isn't her only son. At the end of the episode, Kimberly shared, "I've been carrying a really big secret for about 30 years. Jamal is not my only child." According to the 90-day star, she didn't tell Jamal, who thought he was an only child, about his older brother until last year. She explained, "I've hid things from him for so long that when I told him, it just devastated him. Jamal's dad and I were never married. We were together for 7.5 years. We were in the military together and he was just cheating all the time. It was just like every day there was a different girl. When I got pregnant with my first son Larry, the first thing his dad said was abort it, and I just couldn't do that," she confessed. "But I was only 21 years old. I couldn't imagine being a single mom. I was not mentally ready. I was starting my military career. I was just not ready. So I decided to put my son up for adoption." Last year, Larry found Kimberly and Jamal through an ancestry website. During their candid on-camera conversation about their family, Jamal told Kimberly he didn't think she would ever have told him about Larry if he hadn't contacted them first. After Larry contacted them, Kimberly and Jamal went to North Carolina to meet Larry, his wife, and his son. That's right, Kimberly is technically a grandma too. Explaining what is to come, Kimberly told viewers, "Since then, Jamal and I have been talking with Larry, and I invited him to San Diego, so I could get to know him more and he can see where I'm from." If the Larry news wasn't a big enough shock for Yesterday Fiancé fans, there's more. Kimberly confessed that when Larry comes to visit, she has to tell him about the other one. As the episode came to a close, Kimberly told viewers, "Larry wasn't the only child that I put up for adoption. I also had a daughter. Turns out Jamal isn't one of 2 children. He's actually one of 3. Turns out Jamal isn't one of 2 children. He's actually one of 3. And just like that, what began as a search for love on 90-day, The Single Life suddenly turned into one of the most emotional family revelations ever seen in the franchise. Viewers were left completely stunned as Kimberly's decades-old secret came to light, and the tension between her and Jamal instantly became the emotional center of the premiere episode. What many expected to be a lighthearted journey into dating after heartbreak quickly transformed into a deeply personal story about family, loss, and long-buried truths. For Kimberly, joining The Single Life Season 5 was supposed to mark a fresh start. After her dramatic and highly public breakup with Usman Umar, she wanted to focus on herself, rediscover her confidence, and hopefully find a new partner who truly valued her. But instead of simply stepping into the dating world, she now finds herself confronting the most difficult chapters of her past. Sources close to the show revealed that this season will explore Kimberly's life more deeply than ever before. While fans have always known her as the devoted mother to Jamal and the outspoken woman unafraid to speak her mind, very few were aware of the emotional weight she has been carrying for decades. The revelation about her 2 adopted children is not just a shocking twist for viewers. It represents years of guilt, fear, and unresolved emotions that Kimberly has quietly lived with since she was in her early 20s. At that time, she was navigating the challenges of military life, a complicated relationship, and the overwhelming pressure of facing motherhood alone. When Kimberly first revealed the truth to Jamal last year, the emotional fallout was immediate. Jamal had grown up believing he was an only child, and learning that he had not 1 but 2 siblings he never knew existed left him struggling to process everything. According to Kimberly, telling him was one of the hardest moments of her life. She admitted that for years she convinced herself that keeping the secret was the best way to protect her son. She worried that revealing the truth would create confusion or resentment. But as time went on, the burden of silence became heavier. And eventually, the truth found its way out when Larry reached out through an ancestry website. That unexpected message changed everything. Not only did it reconnect Kimberly with the son she gave up for adoption decades ago, it also forced her to finally confront the reality of the decisions she made when she was young and scared. The first meeting between Kimberly, Jamal, and Larry in North Carolina was filled with emotion. Cameras captured the nervous anticipation, the awkward first moments, and eventually, the heartfelt conversations that followed. Despite the years of separation, there was an undeniable sense of connection between them. For Jamal, meeting his older brother was both exciting and overwhelming. He suddenly found himself navigating a completely new family dynamic. while still processing the shock of learning about Larry's existence in the first place. The experience brought them closer in some ways, but it also raised difficult questions about trust and honesty within their relationship. Kimberly, meanwhile, was caught between relief and guilt. She felt grateful for the opportunity to reconnect with Larry and build a relationship with him, but she also struggled with the realization that her silence had deeply affected Jamal. And just when it seemed like the family had begun to find some balance, Kimberly dropped another bombshell. Larry was not the only child she had placed for adoption. There was also a daughter. This revelation promises to reshape everything viewers thought they knew about Kimberly's story. While Larry has already re-entered her life, the situation with her daughter remains far more complicated. Questions linger about where her daughter is now, whether she knows about Kimberly and her siblings, and if a reunion could ever happen as Season 5 continues. Fans will watch Kimberly attempt to navigate these emotional waters while still putting herself out there in the dating world. Balancing new romantic possibilities with the delicate process of rebuilding family connections will not be easy. At the same time, Jamal is facing his own journey. Known for his calm and supportive presence on previous seasons, he now has to come to terms with a reality that challenges everything he believed about his family. His reactions in upcoming episodes show a mix of curiosity, hurt, and cautious optimism. According to insiders, the mother-son duo will experience both heartfelt breakthroughs and intense disagreements as they work through these revelations together. While their bond remains strong, the path forward will require patience, honesty, and time. For longtime viewers of the franchise, this storyline marks a significant shift. Jamal Fiancé has always been known for its dramatic relationships and cultural clashes, but Kimberly's story adds a deeply personal layer that goes far beyond romance. It highlights the complexities of family, the consequences of past decisions, and the courage it takes to face long-hidden truths. And this is only the beginning, with Larry planning a visit to San Diego and the mysteries surrounding Kimberly's daughter still unresolved. The emotional stakes are higher than ever. Fans are already speculating about what will happen when all these pieces of Kimberly's past finally come together in the present. Will Jamal be able to fully accept his new siblings and move forward? Will Kimberly find the healing she has been searching for all these years? And could reconnecting with her children ultimately change the way she approaches love and relationships moving forward? As the season unfolds, one thing is clear: Kimberly's journey on the single life is no longer just about finding a new partner. It's about rediscovering herself, rebuilding her family, and finally confronting the choices that shaped her life. And with more secrets still waiting to be revealed, viewers can expect even bigger emotional moments in the episodes ahead. As the cameras continue to follow Kimberly's journey, the emotional weight of her past begins to shape every step she takes in the present. What once seemed like a simple return to the dating world is now a deeply layered story about second chances, forgiveness, and the complicated nature of family bonds. In the days following her confession, Kimberly finds herself reflecting on the choices she made decades ago. She admits that for years she pushed those memories aside, convincing herself that moving forward was the only way to survive. But now, with Larry back in her life and the truth finally out in the open, she can no longer avoid confronting those moments. Friends close to Kimberly revealed that she has been both relieved and terrified. Since reconnecting with her children, relief comes from finally no longer carrying the burden alone. But fear lingers because she knows rebuilding relationships after so many years apart is not something that happens overnight. For Jamal, the adjustment has been just as intense. While he has always been incredibly close to his mother, learning about his siblings forced him to reevaluate everything he thought he knew about his family. In private conversations captured on camera, Jamal admits that the hardest part is not the existence of his siblings, but the fact that the truth was hidden from him for so long. Despite the initial shock, Jamal has shown a willingness to move forward. He understands the circumstances his mother faced when she was young and recognizes that her decisions were shaped by fear, pressure, and limited options. Still, trust is something that takes time to rebuild, and both mother and son know that. Honest communication will be essential as they navigate this new chapter. Meanwhile, anticipation continues to build around Larry's upcoming visit to San Diego. This will be the first time he sees where Kimberly has built her life and the first opportunity for them to spend extended time together in her world. For Kimberly, the visit represents a chance to strengthen their bond and create new memories that were once thought impossible. But it also comes with anxiety. She worries about how everything will unfold once Larry arrives. Will they connect easily? Or will years of separation create awkwardness and emotional distance? And perhaps most importantly, when is the right moment to tell him about the daughter she also placed for adoption? This lingering secret weighs heavily on Kimberly. While she has already revealed the truth to Jamal and the viewers, telling Larry directly is a completely different experience. She fears that sharing yet another hidden piece of her past might complicate the fragile relationship they have only just begun to build. Producers hint that this conversation will become one of the most emotional scenes of the season. Cameras will capture Kimberly as she struggles to find the right words and the right timing. It's a moment she knows cannot be avoided, yet she desperately wants it to happen in a way that strengthens rather than damages their connection. At the same time, Kimberly is trying not to lose sight of why she joined the single life in the first place. She wants to find love again. After her high-profile relationship with Usman Umar ended, she spent months focusing on healing and rediscovering her independence. Now she hopes to open her heart to someone new, someone who can accept her fully, including the complicated history she carries. Her friends have been encouraging her to step back into the dating scene with confidence. They remind her that her past does not define her worth and that honesty will ultimately attract the right person, taking their advice. Kimberly begins exploring potential connections, though she admits it feels strange to focus on romance while her family life is undergoing such a major transformation. Early dates shown in upcoming episodes reveal both humorous and emotional moments. Kimberly approaches each interaction with caution, but also with a renewed sense of self-awareness. She knows that any future partner must be someone who understands the importance of family and supports her ongoing efforts to reconnect with her children. Jamal, ever the protective son, remains closely involved in his mother's dating journey. While he wants her to be happy, he also wants to ensure she doesn't rush into anything that could lead to more heartbreak. His candid commentary adds both humor and depth to the storyline, showing how much he cares about his mother's well-being. As the season progresses, the dynamic between Kimberly and Jamal continues to evolve. They are no longer just mother and son navigating everyday life. They are two individuals working through shared emotional challenges, learning to communicate more openly than ever before. Behind the scenes, producers say this season will highlight the strength of their bond as well as the vulnerability required to heal old wounds. There will be laughter, difficult conversations, and moments of unexpected joy as new connections begin to form. But perhaps the biggest question still, hanging over everything, is whether Kimberly will eventually be reunited with her daughter. Very little is known about where her daughter is now or if she has any desire to reconnect. Kimberly admits that this uncertainty is one of the most painful aspects of her past. She hopes that by sharing her story publicly, there is a chance her daughter might see it and consider reaching out. At the same time, she understands that such a reunion can only happen if her daughter feels ready. Until then, Kimberly remains hopeful but cautious, trying to prepare herself for any possible outcome. As viewers continue watching this emotional journey unfold, it becomes clear that Kimberly's story is about far more than reality television drama. It is a real-life exploration of forgiveness, resilience, and the enduring power of family ties. And with Larry's visit approaching and more truths yet to be shared, the next chapter promises to bring even more emotional intensity. The journey toward healing has only just begun. As Kimberly prepares for the next chapter of her life, the emotional stakes continue to rise. With Larry's visit to San Diego drawing closer, the anticipation inside Kimberly's home is impossible to ignore. Every conversation, every quiet moment, and every decision now feels heavier because she knows that this reunion will shape the future of her family. For Kimberly, the idea of having Larry stay in her hometown is both exciting and nerve-wracking. She wants everything to be perfect. She wants him to feel welcomed, valued, and loved in a way she couldn't provide when he was born. At the same time, she is painfully aware that no amount of preparation can erase the years they spent apart. In private interviews, Kimberly admits that she sometimes wonders what life would have looked like if she had been ready to raise her children back then. Those thoughts often bring a mix of sadness and acceptance. She knows she cannot change the past, but she hopes she can shape the future by building honest relationships with the children she never had the chance to raise. Jamal, meanwhile, continues to process everything in his own way. While he has shown remarkable maturity throughout this experience, there are moments when the emotional weight becomes visible. He confesses that learning about his siblings has made him question not only his family history, but also his place within it. Despite those feelings, Jamal is determined to support his mother. He recognizes how difficult it must be for her to revisit such painful memories on camera and in real life. Their bond remains strong, but it is evolving into something deeper and more complex as they navigate this new reality together. As Larry's arrival approaches, conversations about how to handle the remaining secret begin to surface again. Kimberly knows she cannot delay telling him about the daughter she also placed for adoption. Keeping that information hidden any longer would only risk damaging the fragile trust they have started to build. Still, finding the right moment feels almost impossible. She wants Larry to feel secure in their connection before introducing another life-altering revelation. The timing has to be right, and the setting has to feel safe. According to insiders, this internal struggle becomes one of the most emotional threads of the upcoming episodes. While all of this unfolds, Kimberly also continues her search for love. Stepping back into the dating world after such a long and public relationship is not easy. She admits that part of her still carries the emotional scars from her breakup with Usman. However, she is determined not to let fear hold her back. Her friends encourage her to keep an open mind and to focus on finding someone who appreciates her honesty and strength. They believe that Kimberly's willingness to share her story openly could actually lead her to a partner who values authenticity above all else. Early glimpses of her dating experiences show a mix of optimism and caution. Some encounters are lighthearted and fun, offering brief moments of escape from the heavier family discussions. Others are more serious, prompting Kimberly to consider what she truly wants from a future relationship. She makes it clear that any potential partner must be understanding of her family situation. Reconnecting with her children is now one of the most important aspects of her life, and she refuses to compromise on that. If someone cannot accept her past and the responsibilities that come with it, she knows they are not the right fit. Jamal plays an active role in evaluating the people who enter his mother's life. Known for his sharp instincts and protective nature, he is not afraid to voice his opinions. While some of his reactions add humor to the show, they also highlight the deep care he has for Kimberly and his desire to see her truly happy. Behind the scenes, producers reveal that this season will continue to balance heartfelt family moments with the romantic adventures that define the single life. Kimberly's storyline stands out because it blends both elements so closely. Her journey toward finding love cannot be separated from her journey toward healing. Meanwhile, viewers are left wondering about the possibility of Kimberly eventually reconnecting with her daughter. The uncertainty surrounding that relationship adds another layer of emotion to the story. Kimberly often reflects on where her daughter might be and whether she has ever thought about finding her birth family. She acknowledges that such a reunion may never happen, but she holds on to hope. Sharing her story publicly is a step she never imagined taking, yet she believes it might open a door that once seemed permanently closed. As the episodes progress, the emotional intensity continues to build. Larry's visit is no longer a distant event, but an imminent reality. Preparations are underway and every detail matters. Kimberly wants him to feel like he belongs, not like a visitor stepping into a stranger's life. Jamal also prepares himself for the changes this visit will bring. Having Larry in their daily lives, even temporarily, will make the situation feel more real than ever before. It will be an opportunity to bond, to learn about each other, and to start building something that resembles a true sibling relationship. But alongside the excitement lies a quiet tension. Once Larry is there, the conversation about their sister cannot be postponed. The truth will have to come out, and no one can predict exactly how he will react. What is certain, however, is that these moments will define the future of this family. Whether they lead to deeper understanding or unexpected conflict, they represent a turning point that cannot be undone. As Kimberly stands on the edge of this new chapter, she knows that facing the past is the only way forward. The secrets she carried for decades are finally coming into the light, and with them comes the possibility of healing, connection, and perhaps even redemption. The next phase of this journey promises to be even more emotional as reunions unfold and long-held truths are spoken aloud. With Larry's long-awaited visit finally becoming a reality, Kimberly finds herself standing at one of the most important turning points of her life. The house feels different now. There is a sense of anticipation in the air that cannot be ignored. Every small detail, from preparing the guest room to planning their first family dinner together, carries emotional weight. For Kimberly, this visit represents more than just a reunion. It is a chance to begin repairing the years that were lost. She wants Larry to feel comfortable, to feel wanted, and most importantly, to feel like he belongs. At the same time, she cannot shake the nervous energy building inside her. She knows that once he arrives, there will be no more hiding from the remaining truths. Jamal also feels the shift. Having already met Larry once before, he is curious to see how their relationship will grow now that they will be spending more time together. While their first meeting was emotional and meaningful, this extended visit offers an opportunity to move beyond introductions and begin forming a genuine brotherly bond still. Jamal admits that everything feels a bit surreal. Just a short time ago, he believed he was an only child. Now he is preparing to spend days with a brother he never knew existed. The adjustment has not been easy, but he is determined to embrace this new reality with an open mind. When Larry finally arrives in San Diego, the moment is filled with mixed emotions. There is excitement, nervous laughter, and a quiet awareness that this visit could define the future of their relationship. Cameras capture every detail, From the first hug at the airport to the drive back home where conversation begins, cautiously but warmly. As they settle into the house, Kimberly watches, closely hoping that both of her sons feel comfortable. She wants them to connect naturally without pressure, but she also understands that building a relationship after decades apart requires time and patience. Small moments like sharing meals and telling stories about their lives begin to create a sense of familiarity. Larry, for his part, approaches the situation with openness and curiosity. He expresses gratitude for the chance to know Kimberly and Jamal, acknowledging that, while the past cannot be changed, the present offers an opportunity to build something meaningful. His calm and understanding demeanor helps ease some of Kimberly's anxiety. However, beneath the surface of these hopeful interactions lies the secret Kimberly still carries. She knows that before Larry's visit ends, she must tell him about the daughter she also placed for adoption. The longer she waits, the heavier the truth feels. Every time they laugh together or share a heartfelt moment, the weight of what she has yet to reveal grows stronger. Jamal senses his mother's internal struggle. In private conversations, he encourages her to be honest, sooner rather than later. He believes that trust can only grow if everything is out in the open. While he understands her fear, he gently reminds her that Larry deserves to know the full story of their family. As the days pass, Kimberly searches for the right moment. She wants the conversation to happen in a calm, supportive environment where everyone feels safe. Producers hint that when the time finally comes, it will be one of the most powerful scenes of the entire season. At the same time, Kimberly continues to navigate her dating life. Balancing family reunions with romantic possibilities proves to be challenging. She often finds herself emotionally drained from processing the past, leaving little energy for new relationships. Yet she refuses to give up on the idea of finding love. Her friends remain supportive, offering advice and encouragement. They remind her that healing and happiness can exist at the same time. While her family journey is deeply emotional, it does not mean she has to put her personal desires on hold completely. Jamal, as always, keeps a watchful eye on the situation. He wants his mother to experience joy, but also wants to ensure she is not overwhelmed. Their conversations reveal a level of honesty and vulnerability that viewers have rarely seen before. Through these discussions, it becomes clear that their bond is growing stronger, despite the challenges they face. Meanwhile, Larry begins to feel more comfortable in Kimberly's world. He explores the city with them, shares stories about his own family, and gradually settles into a rhythm that feels surprisingly natural. The more time they spend together, the more evident it becomes that there is real potential for a lasting connection. Yet the unspoken truth remains. Kimberly knows she cannot let Larry return home without hearing about his sister. The thought of delaying the conversation again feels unbearable. She has spent decades keeping secrets, and she is determined not to repeat that pattern. As the visit progresses, tension quietly builds toward the inevitable moment. Viewers can sense that a major emotional turning point is approaching. Every interaction, every shared laugh, and every reflective conversation brings them closer to the truth that has yet to be spoken. Kimberly understands that whatever happens next will shape the future of her family. Whether the revelation brings them closer together or introduces new challenges, it is a step she must take. For the first time in many years, she is ready to face everything openly, and as the visit nears its most crucial moment, one question hangs in the air. How will Larry react when he finally learns that he has not just a brother, but a sister out there somewhere as well?